on. Ouch. Wow. Hello. Hang on. Where are we? Oh man, I gotta get the truck weighed. Man. Okay. Get my directions.
Messaging.
We gotta go through that Washington scale. Without a way to double check my scale weight. Looking at my little gauge, I'm gonna say we're all right though. We got no choice. Unless we go way out of route and get a pint of coffee. How far is that? I think that's gonna be too far. Let me pull it up. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? So 5:38 here. You know, our appointment wasn't until 5:30. So we're actually getting out of here like 2 hours early. Well, the pilot's way down there. But I could wiggle across. Man, there's no easy way to get to the pilot from here. Ah, there is. Okay. Let's go. Let's see how far is the pilot. $8 miles. Okay. Yep. All right, bye. Hey, good morning, everybody. All right, so it's only 8 miles out of route or so. So we're gonna go get coffee. Look at that beautiful sunset. Alright, so we are going to go to the pilot and run across the scale, and while we run across the scale we're going to get coffee. The reason why we have to go out of route to get scale is because immediately after we cross the river is that Washington Way station on 395 or on Highway 82. So, and right now we're at 44,000 pounds. We need to check our weight. And honestly, I haven't had a good cup of pilot coffee in a few days. Because there was none up in Washington. There was none here. So, we haven't had coffee since Sunday. No, we haven't had real pilot coffee since I don't know, when was it? I don't know, Saturday?
Turn left. You are traveling in the wrong direction. Asking for route.
And we don't want no overweight tickets. Beautiful sunset. Sunset, and here we are driving. We are heavy, which means the Montana mountains are really not going to be good. Especially if there's snow and ice. GPS lady, we had to turn her voice down because she would holler. GPS lady never wants me to have a good cup of coffee. But we're bigger than a GPS lady, ain't we? Don't we know more than she does anyways? I'm going to say we're good on our weight, but like I said, being 43,900 and something pounds on the bills, that's cutting it awful close. We need to be exact in our weight, because we have Washington to go through immediately. Then we have several Oregon scales, Idaho scales, Montana scales, North Dakota scales, Minnesota scales, and Wisconsin scales. And so that's a whole bunch of scales that you don't want to mess with. It's easier to go out of route, take care of business, and not have to worry about it for the next 2,000 miles. Or at least that's my thought anyways. I had to cut a check today for $500 for some to go towards the website, and so your donations will greatly help. I have a special account set up for the website. All the expenses of the website come from that website account. All the donations and all that stuff go into that website account. Anybody see the drone video? I need subscribers on the Sidetracks channel. If you read the blog, you'd see you would see the link to the drone videos. Oh, GPS lady's mad. Communication failure. Cannot communicate to the driver. The driver does not listen to the GPS lady. So now she's filing a failure to communicate right up against me. How you like that? What a grouch bucket. Pilot's right up here anyways. So a lot of times I get asked what happens if I am overweight. Well, depends what the situation is. If it's over gross, meaning over 80,000 pounds, you have to go back to the shipper. They have to rework it. I've done that many times. If it's a matter of you're under your 80,000, but you have more on one of the axles than you're supposed to, which would be 34,000 pounds, you get a fine and you have to adjust your wheels. before you leave the scale house. So I have paid one overweight fine in my life, and it cost me $350. That's coming out of my pocket, not the company's pocket. And that was when I was like brand spanking new and didn't know any better. So if I'm not absolutely 100% sure of my accuracy, I get the thing certified, because I don't want to pay $350 again. Do you know that's quite a bit of money? Think how many steaks that would have bought me. That would have bought me 10 of the best steaks around. So here's our pilot coming up. Now I'm going to take a wild guess, or an educated guess. I'm going to say that our weight is okay. But like I said, we're awful heavy. I want to make dang sure. Plus I need coffee. So I don't know what the real reason is to come to pilot. Is it the coffee or the scale? They're both equally important to me. So our appointment was 5:30 p.m. We showed up 3 hours early. And so they put us in a door early. And so we can't complain about that. People were pretty nice. We've never been here before, so it did pretty good. I don't know, trucks acting like we're over gross maybe, so I don't know. I mean, I'm just going by the bills, the weight on the bills. Sometimes that's not accurate. Sometimes they tell me it's a certain weight, and I go scale the load, and come to find out it's a lot heavier than what they said it was. So
proceed northwest on Umatilla Stanfield Highway in 900 feet. Turn left to exit 4, I-84 West, US 30 West.
oh my gosh, look at the sunset. You can't see it, but when I turn into the parking lot, you should be able to see it.
Turn left to
It is
exit.
beautiful. I'll try to turn in the parking lot real
In a
slow.
quarter mile, continue on to I-84 West.
Beautiful
Not approved.
sunset.
Drive the
Beautiful.
road behind you.
Oh,
on exit
I'd
for
like to
route from current
Hush!
location.
I'd like to stick the drone up there. All right, get ready to see the sunset. Beautiful sunset. I'm almost tempted to call it quits for the night and go in the morning, but I'd like to get up to Spokane. Look at the sunset. It doesn't show up on camera near the same as what I see. I can see all the detail. You guys probably just get a washed out little version of it. pop up on the scale here. Oh, this lady's got pink hair. Or a pink hat, one of the two. Why would you wear a pink hat but wear a sleeveless t-shirt? I don't get that. Okay, anyways. Let's hop on the scale. We don't even have to talk to the lady because we talk to the scale through the phone. Using my phone. The high-tech trucker. Okay, let's communicate. I'll be dang, we're exactly legal. We have 11,660 pounds on the steers. We have 32,920 on the drive tires. We have 32,860 on the trailer tires. So our weight is virtually perfect. How about that? Y'all proud of me or what? I'm proud of me. So now, we know we don't have to change our wheels. We know our scale, our weight is distributed legally. We can run across any scale in any state with comfort and ease. Yes, we're heavy. We're going to probably tick off a lot of their scales on the highway, but when we roll across it slowly, it'll register us as being correct. So, no fear from paying overweight fines. So now we can pull in here and get coffee. After we get coffee, we'll go up $3.95. Move your truck. So I'm very happy. Woohoo! Hey, it's just about as level as you could be. Oh, this guy ain't even fueled yet. That's fine. Woohoo! Alright. So we got half a tank of fuel, and that'll get us up to Spokane. Oh my goodness. Alright, there's my scale ticket. Woohoo! That makes me happy. I like that. Alright, so let me pop in chat while we wait. How you guys doing? Alex, Calvin, I see you. James, how you doing? It's 170 miles to Spokane, more or less. Figure we'll spend the night up in Spokane. See, it's 6 o'clock now, even though it's dark and it feels like 8 o'clock or whatever. 6 o'clock now, 7, 8, 9. 9, we'll be there about 9 or 10 or something. It's going to be a slow ride. And this trip is so tight, we must do 600 miles a day. So I'm worried about the mountains. Worst case scenario, we drive the maximum we can and tell them we're not going to make it. The load's too heavy and the mountains are too high. Or the snow slowed us down, or whatever the case may be, and they can make another delivery date. But safety is number one, always, always, remember? Howdy, Jim, Jason the Measure Man, Ex-Hood, USA Horse, how you doing? There you go, get out and push. So tonight, our goal is Spokane. We've got 5 hours and 24 minutes. We get out of Pilot, we get up to Spokane. And after that, you got to drive through the mountains and Lookout Pass, and there's nowhere to park. So Spokane is logistically the best place for us to spend a night tonight. Three, 600 miles a day. Yep. And that's what we got to do. That's gonna be a rough going through the mountains. Montana, trust me, it's all, I don't know, how many is it across? Like 700 miles worth of nothing but mountains. So, and the shirt I'm wearing, I'm gonna have to throw it away because I don't know why, but I now have a hole in my elbow. I guess I could save it and cut the sleeves off. Howdy, Mount Man, Harlan, Greg, how you guys doing? Can I be pushed uphill by another semi? No, probably not a good idea. Hey, Jason, I'm glad you like the drone videos. Good. You want me to do some more of them? I'm excited. I've been learning and playing around with it. And I think the one we did yesterday was probably the best one. So we'll put more up there. Still working, got the wheels rolling on the new 10-year anniversary website. I think you guys are going to be pretty happy with it. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. And Mountain Man, you're welcome. By the way, on the way down here on 92 at the Vantage Bridge, we pulled the truck into the rest area and put the whole road crew in my backpack and took y'all for a little hike. I don't know how many people we had watching then, but if you missed the live, you can go back, and I think the moderator's going to put a timestamp in there for you so you know right where the hike starts. Took you a look over the overlook to the Columbia River. That was pretty nice. I've had the drone probably 6 months now. And like my driving videos, they're not fancified with editing and graphics and music and all that stuff. I figure when I fly it, it's just like truck driving, or my videos anyways. What you see happened raw, unedited, and that's just the way I like to do things. I was actually trying to think of a way to put the drone on follow to follow me on my Segway on a trail or two. Haven't had much time. I am allowed as many miles as I can fit into my 11-hour or my 14-hour rule. So it's not the miles that you have to worry about legally. It's the time. So whatever miles you could fit in your 11-hour or your 14-hour clock or whatever, that's what you got to work with. Like right now, our clock right now is 5 hours and 19 minutes on our 14-hour clock, but 7 hours and 3 minutes on our 11-hour clock. So even though we could drive longer on our 11, our limit is going to be our 14-hour clock at 5 hours and 19 minutes. And this guy's going to put reefer fuel in. I should have walked in and got coffee and come back, but... Hey, Jason, good idea. Haha, see? You don't listen to what everybody else says. You know, all the complaining you hear or whatever on the internet. Talk to the actual drivers themselves and form your opinion based on that. Because they will tell you more than what the complainers do on the internet. So I'm proud of you, Jason. That's the way to go about it. Do they still do time distance in Wyoming? I have no idea what you're talking about. How you doing, retired trucker? Is this considered driving time to be at a truck stop? No, you're off duty. Because I'm going to go get coffee. But my 14-hour clock is still counting down. Nothing will stop your 14-hour clock except for taking your 10-hour break. Or if you're going to split your sleeper, your 8-hour break. Scale-to-scale timing. Oregon's the only one that I know of that actually times you scale to scale. I don't know. But this guy's going to go in the store, and we could already tell he's slow, so we're going to go in the store, we're going to get our coffee, we'll be right back, and we'll be waiting on this guy to move. What do you want to bet? I'll be right back. Am I really going through North Dakota? Absolutely. We're going to freeze our tail off, and so are you. Alright, so we're waiting on Yahoo in front of us to go. Then we will go do a little bit of driving. I think it's the dip in the road, dip in the asphalt there. That makes that truck in front of us look funny. Three and four axles, yes, they generally are rated for a heavier weight, such as grain haulers and rock haulers and all of that stuff. What exactly the weight is, I don't know. I don't know how they determine that. Nope, I'm not getting fuel. We're waiting for the truck in front of us. We got coffee, if you want to consider that fuel, for the 3-hour ride or whatever up there. What do you mean, Jason? How dangerous are truck stops? Dangerous for how? Like getting run over or getting mugged or what? Okay, let's back out of chat and let's go drive, shall we? Let's get Let's get up to Spokane before we call it quits for the night. What do you say? Now it says there's a stop sign here, so let's run the stop sign. Ah! Actually, that stop sign is the only one that I know of that says stop unless making a right-hand turn. So we do that. Of course, you can't go straight because it's a dead end, and you can't go left because it's a dead end. So going right is the only option you got anyways. Look at the moon. Look at that, check out that moon. It's only 6:30. That's what I don't like about it being dark so early. It's only 6:30, yet it feels like 10 o'clock at night.
Continue on to I-84 West.
Alright, so here's the last few minutes or seconds of the sunrise, or sunset, I mean. Last few seconds of the sunrise. Yeah, sunset. Why? It's gonna be a long ride to Spokane, I can tell. Y'all gonna keep me company, or everybody gonna run away once it gets started? station is coming up. Yay, way station. The flash up sign said truck must exit, which we already knew because our Easy Pass doesn't work up here. And you notice this stop sign says stop before approaching scale. And you will get a ticket if you don't. And that scale says 3 miles an hour. And you will do 3 miles an hour. They're not playing in these scales, you know. You'll find yourself told to pull over and given the white glove treatment. Not to mention tickets.